American Advantage Law Group is proud to bring you this webinar for your legal
Traffic Offense and DUI Presentation by American Advantage Law Group, Inc. Common traffic offenses: taking the right-of-way when it belonged to another driver, changing lanes without using the turn indicator, using the diamond or cool plane without a sufficient amount of passengers, driving a vehicle without properly functioning turn signal and/or brake lights, driving at night without headlights, transporting an oversized load in an unsafe method. Common traffic offenses continue: hitting another vehicle, whether it is parked or moving, parking illegally, for example, in a red zone, in a bus zone, in a taxi zone, or in a disabled parking spot without a disabled sticker on your vehicle, running a red light, making an illegal turn by turning against a light or against a posted sign, failing to stop completely at a stop sign before proceeding through it, fighting a traffic offense ticket. Only 5% of tickets given annually are contested, and 50% of these argued cases are won. If you are reading this PowerPoint now, you can become a part of the little group of people who fight successfully. The odds of winning is actually in favor of those who receive tickets. Think about it. If any officer does not show up, then the case is dismissed. If the officer does show up, it is his job to prove that you broke the law. If the officer does not convey the evidence to prosecute you, then this too is cause to dismiss the charges. And remember, you have 30 days to come up with a decision. This may include admitting that you are guilty and paying the ticket, or pleading not guilty and fighting it through. Fighting a photo radar ticket. Sometimes you can get billed a ticket for an offense that you did not commit, just because it is your car. When a photo radar tracks individuals, it does so by the name of the address of whom the car is registered to. It is limited in the sense of knowing who's driving, other than the snapshot it takes. Just because you are mailed a ticket does not mean you have to pay it. A lot of people make that mistake because they feel obligated to pay for someone else's mistake since their car was involved. Fighting a photo radar ticket continues. You can easily argue a proven alibi and not suffer the consequence. One easy way of doing this is showing the court that it is not you on the photo. Another way is having been somewhere during the offense where authorities can vouch that you were in their presence. Once you have proven these things, there will be no other choice but for the courts to free you of charge. Valid excuses for tickets. parking tickets. Maybe the meter was not working correctly. Maybe the sign was being blocked by a tree. Maybe you were blocked in by other cars and could not move your car in time. Moving violations. Moving slowly for safety purposes. Having to speed in order to keep up with traffic. Defense mechanisms. Speeding tickets and radar issues. You can buy your own radar to put in your car to argue the difference in numbers with the cop's radar. The police car sped up in order to catch up with you, which is why the meter is beyond the speed limit. The police angles may have been off, throwing the meter off from his position of park. Defense offense mechanisms continue. DUI. Each hour your blood alcohol level goes down by 2%. Police can use this to say you may have been even more intoxicated before a test. It is better to take your blood as a test over the breath sampler because the breath sampler shows a higher rate. It is illegal to arrest someone over 21 for having an open can since officer cannot prove that driver was actually driving and drinking. Principal information for DUI. DUI is determined by measuring an individual's blood alcohol concentration. If the measurement exceeds 0.08%, then authorities have the right to punish you according to the driving law. Because of the danger DUI causes, punishments are severe. The best thing to do is to get a lawyer immediately. A DUI attorney may be able to get your case dismissed or punishment reduced. This is because your lawyer may find a fault in the arrest procedure or something that is unconstitutional in the way the prosecutor is handling the case. DUI punishment. If a person is convicted of a DUI, harsh sanctions follow. Not only is the person punished by the court but also by the Department of Motor Vehicles. The harsh repercussions are imposed in an attempt to discourage people from driving and drinking, along with receiving punishment from the court and DMV. Persons will also have to endure a punishment from their insurance company. DUI punishment continues. Upon someone's first offense, the courts take into consideration the alcohol level and whether or not the driver broke any laws while driving under the influence. If there is a second altercation, punishments are worse, and this applies to every offense thereafter. Things many people do not know. If you are on private property, you can still be arrested. You can be anywhere so long as you are impaired and have control of the car, or the lack thereof. Your charges of DUI cannot be dropped just because you are taking prescribed medication from the doctor and it made you drowsy. Any impairment is subject to punishment. Legally, individuals are not required to take the test that determines if they are sober or not, such as walking in a straight line. You can refuse to do so in a polite manner, and that would be completely fine. Things to keep